Despite the varied opinions on him as the 40th president, Ronald Reagan had a significant impact on the economy of the country after he was elected president. According to Investopedia, he helped reduce inflation and unemployment and increased prosperity. While opinions about his policy of Reaganomics differ, his idea of how to manage and grow the wealth of the country could have possibly impacted how he ran his personal finances and how he managed to rise from his modest origins to the significant net worth he'd acquired by the time he died. Before becoming a world leader, Reagan was born in Illinois in 1911 into a family that lacked many basic amenities, including indoor plumbing and running water. By 1937, however, he managed to find success as a radio news reporter and then started what would be a successful acting career, with his first role in 1937's Love is on the Air.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ronald Reagan. A few months ago, I was a sports announcer on a radio station in Des Moines, Iowa.
He continued to land lead roles for many years. By the 1960s and 1970s, he was also working a lot for TV, appearing in episodes of General Electric Theater and Death Valley Days. According to Too Much Online, Reagan was earning up to $400,000 per movie at the peak of his career. He would eventually join the Screen Actors Guild Board of Directors, and in the 1960s, he helped introduce residual payments. Up until then, actors were only receiving one-time payments for appearing in a film. But introducing residual payments meant that actors would receive money forever for reruns. This decision meant that Reagan himself would also continue to receive these payments for the rest of his life, adding to his ever-growing net worth. According to Town & Country, by the time Reagan became president, his net worth was already $10.6 million. Sources estimate that over his lifetime, he also accumulated about $22 million in investments and an additional $25 million in other assets. Additionally, according to Cal Knowledge, he earned an annual $200,000 while he was president, helping grow his net worth significantly. Ex-presidents continue to receive money after they leave office in the form of an annual pension that lasts for the rest of their lives. According to the National Taxpayers Union Foundation, the amount of the pension matches the current salary paid to a cabinet secretary. In 2021, that amount was $221,400. Ex-presidents also receive allowances for staffing, office space, up to $1 million for travel expenses, as well as coverage for other costs incurred by a former president. While many of these extras are not given in the form of actual cash, covering costs means that these expenses don't come out of the ex-president's pockets. This might explain why Reagan spent the years after his time in the White House using his own money to invest and grow his net worth. The Washington Post reported that in the 1990s, Reagan received a $7 million advance for a 2-book publishing deal that included his memoir and a collection of all his public speeches. Reagan also owned several properties, including his beloved Rancho del Cielo, a 688-acre ranch near Santa Barbara that the family used as a vacation home and would later be sold in 2002. He and his wife also owned a 7,000-square-foot Bel Air estate, where Reagan lived until his death in 2004. According to the Reagan Library, the estate remained in the family until it was sold in 2016 for approximately $15 million. As reported by Go Banking Rates, by the time Reagan died in 2004, from complications caused by Alzheimer's disease and a severe case of pneumonia, his net worth was around $13 million, the equivalent to about $20.5 million in today's money. Although there's no specific public information on Reagan's will and how his money was allocated, Cal Knowledge reports that everything indicates that the money stayed in the family and went to his wife and children. Go Banking Rates reports that when First Lady Nancy Reagan died in 2016, she had a net worth of $25 million, equivalent now to approximately $31 million. Some of her net worth was a result of her own work as an actress before her marriage, and some presumably from wealth accumulated in the family.